Story time. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in to listen to my story time. I forgive everyone. I have no ill will to anyone. This is a peaceful time in my life, and I want to thank you. I want to start off with this story time when my mom um, knew I was doing home health aid or whatever, and she had a friend who she met through someone else, and this friend was disabled like my mom was, and she needed some assistance because her grandfather, who she was staying with, who was absolutely wonderful, um, he was battling cancer. So I go out to this place, and it was nothing of what I expected it to be. Not that I wanted it to be anything more nor less. But as I went in there, I did the ADL for her, and she was wonderful and she was nice. And when I first started, I started doing it as a favor to my mom. But then she was like, "Hey, why don't you just get paid to do this?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So went through her home health aid and did all the paperwork and things like that. You know how it goes. And I'm at this time, I'm now her. Probably back then, I was her home health aide. And I was coming in, her caregiver. And I was coming in taking care of her because her grandfather was doing it. And again, he was just absolutely the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest man ever. Okay, so she tells me the story of how she became the way she was. She got pum by someone because she was affiliated with a gang. So, she had did quite a bit of things, she told me. So she knows, this is what her words, she told me she knew why she was the way she was. And she hold no hate in her heart, which I was glad to hear that. So I started doing so much for this woman that it was like, why don't you just move in over here? So I wound up moving in with her and her grandfather, but she had two loyal friends who was part of the gang, and they came, checked on her every single day faithfully. And I guess one of them was starting to have like a crush on me or whatever. And she pretty much, both of them had a crush on me. They was like best friends or whatever. And she was like, and he's really sweet and he's so nice. So she now playing hookup or whatever. And he was really nice and he was really sweet. And I really enjoyed his company. And I was his like first girlfriend ever. So he was super excited. Like he wanted to tell every single person around their little hood or whatever. It was pretty sweet. So I wound up meeting his mother. His mother worked at the human resources, public aid or what they called it. And stuff. She also was a hoarder. Like she had so much stuff and her house was just congested. He told me his father passed when he was really, really young. So it was just him and his mom. And he got into, that type of life. The gang became his family is what he, portrayed to say. And I didn't think it was that bad. I thought like, they just, this is what they're saying they are. And I never really took, because I never, was a person to be in that life. So we started spending like all our time together. Like I'll go over there and he'll come over to her house and he'll be there all day, like just sitting in my car. I mean, he was just really, really sweet, and and things like that. But I got way more to tell you. Yeah. So his friend and him, I didn't know that it was like, I don't want to say a competition or whatever, but of who was going to date me. And I chose to date him because he was, like I said, he was so tall, he was very sweet, and he was just utterly just such a gentleman. And he was very catering to me and my son. So that's why he got, the title to be my man, I guess, And his friend wasn't happy. His friend wasn't happy at all. His friend was like, "Oh, I'm the good-looking friend. I have hazel eyes. I have good hair. I'm light-skinned. I'm buff. He never had a problem with getting a girl. But with his friend, I was his first girlfriend." And the first serious girlfriend that he was like, "Oh yeah, that's my girlfriend," and we really are like vibing and doing this, like spending all our time together. He was so sweet. Like if I need him to help me turn her or whatever, he had also was helping taking care of her before I came. And I just thought all these things and of his credentials of the things that he was doing was just so wonderful to me, like embracing, like, oh my goodness, this dude is like super sweet. So and I didn't know how much of a crush his friend had on me until later on in part 2. I'll give it to you.